Nia, I hope everything went alright today. I'm sure that you were pretty nervous there, right?
Yeah, and I'm exhausted now. But it was fun.
That all felt pretty good to you, right? I was a bit worried that with you, things would be a little bit more tense there.
But that's just how things get sometimes, right? I'm just happy that today all our family was really in a really great mood and had a good time. It even looks like my mom and yours became really close to one another there.
That's true. They were just joking about that the whole time, and it seemed like they have the exact same personalities, huh?
Right? I'm so thankful things didn't turn out the other way for us there. It could have all gone a lot worse, right?
Well, we now say that there's only one thing left to do now, right? And that is having our wedding.
Time has really flown by on us, huh? We just have a little bit more to go, and then we can both focus on being a married couple and what we want to do with our lives from there on out. Hopefully we have time before this wedding, though.
For what?
To get skinny enough to look good in our formal wear. I'd like to be down another 6 pounds before the wedding.
It's amazing how far you've come this whole time. I think that I just need a little bit more muscle and that tux will fit perfectly.
To be honest, you'd probably be fine just staying the shape you're in. Of course, though, we both want to look perfect for this wedding, right? This is going to be one of the biggest events in our lives, after all. There will be a lot of people there celebrating us.
I feel that we may have invited a bit too many people this time, though.
You think so?
I think I might have invited way more people than you were able to invite.
Well, compared to the people I invited, I suppose you did invite a lot. But you happen to be very popular and know all kinds of people.
Most of them are from work, though, you know? I invited literally everyone from work. My higher-ups, my coworkers, and my subordinates.
Well, if all of them are able to make it, you should be very thankful. What are all the people that you work with like, by the way? You work for a large company, so I'm assuming that a lot of them are very smart and know what they're doing?
They're all very powerful, but also friendly and open-minded. So I'm thinking with all of them invited, this wedding will turn out pretty perfect for me.
Are all of them very outgoing then?
I'd like to think so. The company happens to have a barbecue once every year, and we have not heard anyone ever say no to coming. If there was ever anyone that said no to a social gathering at work, we'd actually all be pretty shocked, actually. There have been a few, but we were usually able to get them to lighten up and become more social in the end.
Really? I suppose you're really close then there. It's pretty rare for larger companies these days to have employees who are all that close, right?
I suppose so. But in this company, everyone's having a great time with one another. That's right. This year, would you like to join me at one of the work gatherings that we'll throw?
What? You're asking me to come along with you to one? Is that okay with everyone?
As long as you're family, it's okay. That's why guys are all bringing their wives and kids to these gatherings. And as for myself, I've always dreamed of bringing my wife along. I was always getting jealous seeing everyone else like my boss bringing his family to the barbecues and such. So now that you're my family, I want you to come along with me.
I would be happy to go, as long as you're alright with bringing me there.
Actually, the next event will be taking place in a couple of weeks before we have our wedding this year. Everyone at work will be able to meet you before the wedding, I guess.
I'm a little nervous about meeting with everyone from your work at a gathering like that, though. I feel it would be much more easy for me to see them all at our wedding for the first time.
You'll be fine. All of them are really nice and not overbearing in any way. And considering we'll all be drinking, the atmosphere will be very friendly.
You sure? Am I going to have to pour all their drinks for them and such, considering I'm your wife?
This isn't the 1950s anymore, Nia. You can just do as you please, okay? Eat what you want, drink what you want, say what you want. Just have fun. So please, don't get too worked up about it and join me.
Sounds good. I'll come along then. Thanks for inviting me to come along this time.
I'll be happy to have you along with me there. I'm actually looking forward to it already, actually.
Same with me. I can't wait to go with you.
What did you think of the company barbecue today? Were you having a lot of fun there?
That was such a fun time. All of the people you work with are insanely funny. I feel like I was laughing all day long there.
They're all such wonderful people, aren't they? I'm so glad that they were all happy to see you today.
I'm really relieved that everyone there was so open and kind with me. But of course, I did have to be a little bit reserved while there. Sorry for that.
No worries, Nia. As long as you were having fun, then I do not mind that at all. I saw that soon after we arrived there, a lot of your nerves were calmed down pretty quickly. That made me feel really relieved myself.
Well, because of that, I ended up eating way too much steak. I was supposed to be dieting for this wedding we have soon, and I just consumed around 4,000 calories today. If I'm not able to fit inside my wedding dress, what'll I do?
It's fine to indulge like that every so often, alright?
I understand why you think that. But starting tomorrow, I'm going to need to cut my calories again and make sure that I get to the gym. But after seeing a lot of your coworkers today, I feel like I'll be able to do everything I need to before this wedding.
You feel that way? What happened that got you feeling that kind of energy, huh?
Well, it's not that crazy. It's just so many of the female employees in the company are so strong and powerful. They made me feel like I need to work even harder myself to get to their amazing levels. They are all strong and beautiful.
There's a lot of beautiful women there. Many of the guys there, I like to believe that HR only chooses the best women to work in the company, you know?
I'm sure that's not the case, but I can see why some would think that. But it's not just their looks that are incredible, but their personalities too. They were all so nice to me.
I like to think that all of them are really nice women to work with. But what's even more amazing is a lot of them tell me just how cute of a wife that you are.
Really? Being praised by those beauties feels good.
Now that we're talking about them, you happen to get a present from one of them for the wedding, right?
That's right. I didn't think someone would be handing me a gift already like that. There happens to be a message card inside the gift bag as well. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm sure they'll say something funny. How kind of them to do something like that.
I was shocked to see her give you that gift as well. So nice of her.
And what was in the bag? It's really popular right now. A very high-end type of perfume. They really knew what would make me happy.
Is that perfume something that you'll use a lot?
I think so. I actually was really wanting this perfume, but it was sold out everywhere I looked.
Well, that's great to hear then.
They all also told me how much they're all looking forward to our wedding. We have to do our best now to make sure this wedding goes perfectly. I want to make sure everyone is in a great mood there and gets to see how much you and I love each other.
That's right. Let's have a wedding that'll last in their memories forever.
Having so many people that are looking forward to our wedding has really brought me lots of joy. You and I are such a wonderful couple.
Nia, what happened? It's a bit past our planned time of meeting up. If we don't start getting everything ready now, then we won't be able to make it in time for the wedding. Did you end up sleeping in or something?
I'm awake, Simon.
What's happened then? Are you feeling a bit sick today?
No, I'm all right.
Then what's going on with you? Hurry up and get here, okay? Do you need me to come and get you?
No thanks. I'm not coming to the wedding anyway today.
What? Why not? Are you starting to feel a little anxious about all this?
Nope.
Or perhaps you are, but you're just too afraid to say anything about it to me? I understand being nervous about all this right now, but we spent a whole year getting ready for this day, right? I'm sure that once you make it over to the reception hall, you'll forget all about your worries and have a lot of fun.
This has nothing to do with me being worried or nervous. I no longer want to be married to you.
Did I do something wrong? I'm not sure what would make you think something like that, but for the time being, would you just come and see me? Even if there's something you're upset about, there's no way to cancel the wedding on the day of, right? There's a lot of people coming here today that took this day off so we can celebrate us.
And I feel really, really sorry for all the guests that want to come see us today. But I've decided that I'm through with you, so there can't be a wedding between us anymore. I would never be able to smile if I went there.
What's made you so upset, Nia? If you want to have the wedding canceled now, you're gonna be stabbing a lot of your friends and family in the back, right? Canceling a wedding on the day of will leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. I never thought that you would be wanting to do something as crazy as this.
It's not the right time for me to be worried about them. I will not be able to marry someone like you who lied to me about being a virgin.
Just come here already. If you have something to complain about, then you can complain after the wedding is over. This is not the time for you to start acting out of line like that.
I told you I'm not going.
What the hell is this? If you leave me here like this, I'll just be embarrassing myself. Is that what you want from me?
Actually, I do want that for you. I don't care what happens to you anymore.
No matter what I try and do with you now, you're not gonna make it in time for the wedding. I'll let the planner know that the wedding is canceled. Will that make you happy?
Yeah, it will.
I can't believe you never showed up to the day of our wedding like that. On the day of, did something seriously wrong happen in your head?
I'm completely fine.
How are you fine after doing something like this? We spent the whole year getting ready for this day and it's all gone to waste? Do you have any idea how embarrassed all of this had made me? You're gonna pay for this whole fiasco, okay? And I'm gonna go and get a settlement from you. I hope you're ready for that.
What? There's no way you're getting a settlement from me.
Like hell I won't. I'm holding you responsible for this whole thing. You were the one that just went and ruined everything both you and I had set up.
You're the one that ruined everything.
Huh? What are you trying to tell me, that I did to ruin everything? You're the one that never ended up coming to our own wedding before it even started.
And you're the one that created my reasoning for never ever wanting to have that wedding with you.
What are you going on about? What about me do you not like anymore? You need to stop being so vague and tell me what is wrong right now.
You have been cheating on me, asshole. I am not going to be married to an unfaithful jerk like you.
Huh? I've been cheating? What kind of stupid crap are you going on about right now? Are you sure that you didn't hit your head on anything or instantly go crazy over there?
You're the one who's crazy, Simon. You and I have been dating, and we're planning on being married too. We had talked for hundreds of hours about the life we'd have after this wedding and what we wanted to do in the future. Yet you happen to have relations with more girls than just myself, right?
You cut that out right now. What makes you think that you can say such horrible things like that about me?
Ever since the day of your work's barbecue event, for the past 3 weeks up until this very day, I've been doing research. I have so much evidence now of you cheating on me that it's depressing.
Evidence?
I've had a look at the conversations you've had over text with some of your other women. There are also pictures of you in the middle of cheating on me. Pictures of you in a car with another woman making out with her. Pictures of you in a hotel lobby holding the hands of other women. I have pictures of you doing things that make me want to cry, so I'm not going to type them here.
You're kidding me, right?
Not at all. That's why things between you and I are over, and you won't be getting any of my money. And that means you can give up on trying to avoid the truth.
You've been at it for 3 weeks now. Why?
Are you asking me why I know about you cheating on me? How did I notice this just 3 weeks ago after you kept it under the radar for so long?
That's not what I meant.
I'm sure it is though, right? Honestly, I had no idea about it. But after being told by a little songbird, I figured it all out.
Being told? Who told you something like that about me?
I received a letter, actually. I'm not sure who wrote it to me, though.
What was written in that letter?
It said that you've been cheating on me with many women in the company. When I read that, I almost threw up. Out of all those women at the barbecue, I bet you have been cheating on me with half of them, right? Or perhaps all of your female co-workers have had fun with you before.
No way. I'm not that kind of guy, alright? Anyway, who the hell wrote and handed you a letter like that? Looking up the address that you've been living at and then sending you a letter like that in the mail, who the hell do they think they are?
The letter wasn't sent to my house, Simon. It wasn't a gift that I was given at the barbecue. I think one of those women in that group happened to put that letter in there for me. One of the women you cheated on me with must have done it.
Why the hell would they do something like that? There's no reason for any of that, right?
Right now, the only person I'm worried about is you. You're the problem I'm faced with, and I will not be married to you. I already spoke with my parents about all of this, and soon I'll be speaking to your parents about this too.
Wait, don't. Hold on a second. I'll talk to them about this, okay?
I don't believe you will. And if you do, you're not going to tell them the truth. I'm going to be the one to explain all of this to them. I have to apologize to them after all for canceling on the day of our wedding.
Let's both meet in person and talk about this.
Sure. But before I do that, I'm going to call your parents and explain to them what's happened. In a few days, you and I can meet along with our parents there.
Nia, listen to me. I'm really sorry for cheating on you.
Why are you coming to apologize for all that now? Did your parents both tell you to apologize to me or something?
You have it all wrong. I've learned that what I did was wrong. I'll manage the full cost of the wedding, of course, okay? But please, would you just refrain from getting that settlement from me?
I have no reason to refrain from doing that for you. I want you to pay for both that wedding and for the settlement I'll be asking for. You deserve to pay for all that considering what all you've done to me.
All those things I did with the other women were just for fun, that's all. The only person I've ever been in love with was you, Nia.
I don't give a crap if what you were doing was out of love or just for play. Also, there happens to be someone in that group who you were a bit more serious with, correct?
What are you getting at?
I know who sent me that letter and the gift. She went and searched for my family at the wedding. She had assumed I'd be there today for her to talk to.
Who was it?
Rosie Francis. She happens to be a subordinate of yours.
Rosie? Why would she do something like that?
Are you really that surprised by this?
Because she was always the one who would never fight back against me and looked so happy with me around. I can't believe that someone as serious as she was with me would tell on us.
Your plans were just to have a couple of flings with her, right?
That's right. She was just a toy to me, okay? All the women that I've been with should know that, and I thought that they all should have felt the same way.
But Rosie's different. She originally wanted to just fool around, but then she got feelings for you that wouldn't leave her. Seeing you getting married to me was something she was not happy about.
So that's why she went and told on me. On us. What a freaking whore. That awful woman.
It's hard to understand what love really is, especially when you have so many lovers. Had I not ever known about this, I'm sure you would still be cheating on me at this moment, right?
That's not true at all. I planned on giving that all up after this wedding was over with. I was just trying to have as much fun as I could before we tied the knot for good. All of it was just games and nothing more to me.
I wonder if that's true. It's too late anyway to try and save yourself here. I'm sure you're pissed off at Rosie now. I'm pretty upset with her as well. But I am very happy that she told me the truth and kept me from marrying a monster like you.
I understand that you're upset, but if you start to tell everyone about this, then it's not just gonna be me that you embarrass, but yourself as well. Do you think that we can just keep all this under wraps, alright?
Why would I be embarrassed by any of this? You're the only one people will see as the freak here. I'm not going to keep any of this under wraps, especially when our parents already know everything. I'm going to let all of our guests know why the wedding was canceled, and you'll have to answer to them. And then I'm going to take every one of your little girls that you cheated on me with and get a settlement from them too.
Stop that already, okay? Don't turn this all into such a big deal. My bosses might even end up hearing about all this.
I'm sure they already know something's been going on between you and all those women. The fact that the wedding was canceled last minute was not just some mere coincidence. If they're already worried about what's been going on with you and suspect something, then someone needs to tell them the truth. I wouldn't want anyone thinking something worse has been going on here and making up rumors about us.
I'm asking you to please stop!
Every single person that was invited has the right to know why the wedding was canceled. And as for myself, I have the right to every settlement I deserve from you and all the women you've been having fun with behind my back. That's why I'm going to get the money I deserve, and everyone is going to find out why.
Something like this is not good for me, alright? I might be fired and left without anyone willing to hire me. This might cost me my whole life.
I do not care what happens to you after this. This is all because of you in the first place, so be ready to have your life ended. It would be awful if it were only one person you were with, but who knows how many of those women you've been cheating on me with now. You know what's really gone and pissed me off though? You brought me to that barbecue knowing dang well you've been with either making out with or sleeping with those other women.
I am so sorry about all that, okay? My bad. I brought you to that party thinking that nothing would happen between you and those other women. Honestly, I just wanted to show off the wife that I plan to love for the rest of my life.
Had you been telling all your other women about me this whole time? Perhaps that's why one of them knew about what I wanted. I need to toss that perfume now. The smell of it will forever stick in my brain as the smell of whores.
I'm not sure about all that. I'm sure that I might have bragged about you to a few of them.
Don't you ever talk about me to any of them again. It's screwed up.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to make myself look good by bragging.
Are you kidding me? You were bragging to a bunch of other women you were having sex with about the woman you wanted to marry? How many women have you cheated on me with, Simon? Not even Rosie had a number for how many women you've been playing with. She told my family that at the very least there are 10 of them. Is that true?
Yes.
How many are there?
Around 20, I think.
Jesus.
If you add in all the women I just had a one-night stand with, then it would be around 20. About 15 of them I've slept with about more than once. At least, that's what I think.
What the actual frick is all this? By that point, you should just stay single and screw every hole you see.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That is an unbelievable amount, you dick. I am so glad I left you before that wedding, before we actually got married. I'm going to make sure I end up insanely rich after I'm done with you and all your whores.
Is this really how things are gonna end between us? I was planning to change my ways after this wedding. So would you please just rethink what you're doing? I'm serious about this.
I'm not going to believe another thing you tell me, Simon. If I were to get back with you, I'd bet you hit up another 10 girls at least before we have our wedding. Am I right? God, I just want all this to be over with, but there is still a lot more fighting I have to do now. I'm going to make a message out of you. One that reads to any girl you plan to be with in the future that you're nothing more than a man whore and will never care about anyone else besides yourself. I hope that is enough for any sane woman to stay the hell away from you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for hurting you. I really regret all the cheating that I've been up to this whole time. I want to fix whatever I can between you and I.
I want to as well.
Right? So please, let's just rethink all this and let's start over. I promise you that I will make you the most happy woman ever.
The thing that I want to fix and start over with is my time before I ever met you. Then I would be able to find someone that isn't you. I don't want you around me anymore, so go live the rest of your life screwing all the women you'd like. Just know that because you can't seem to love anyone with all your heart, you are never going to make any woman happy. After that, Simon and I decided on sitting down to have a talk in person, and there he told me he would be paying for the whole wedding that was canceled. I then went ahead and had not only Simon, but every single woman that he was with while also dating and engaged to me pay a settlement as well. Then about half of those that had been with Simon as he cheated on me left their jobs in that company. Just like Simon was saying, this story made its way into the ears of those within the company, and I'm sure that led to some interesting conversations inside the workplace. Those that remained soon learned that they would be fired and left their jobs as well, forcing the company as a whole to go into a shrinking phase. There were not enough people there to get all the work done, and this led that company to an unfortunate path. I'm not sure if the company will be able to manage after something like that, but Simon's higher-ups did make him responsible for every bit of it. They couldn't afford to fire him, but they could afford to move him out of their office building. He is now working for a smaller department out in the middle of nowhere, and his income had been cut in half. But this wasn't the end of the fiasco that Simon was so worried about. There happened to be plenty of women that Simon was with who were also married. Some of those women would lose their husbands to divorce, and others would lose their fiancés. It seemed that in the near future, Simon would be met with many more settlements that he'll be forced to pay off. For a man that thought nothing serious of what he'd been doing, he's going to be met with some of the most serious events of his life. When it comes to myself, in order to get my mind off all that happened, I started something new. I had always been wanting to go overseas to study and work, yet I was bound to a man here in the States. But now that he was no longer in my life, and I had all this confidence and money from the settlements, it was my time to go and enjoy myself for once. I hope that in a new world, with a new culture and everything, I'm able to learn new things about both myself and the world around me. And with that, I can soon become just as strong, if not stronger than those women I saw back at the barbecue. Of course, some of them had been with Simon as he cheated on me, and knew about who I was, but that confidence to still talk to me when all that was going on was just breathtaking. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Rhea, I've made up my mind. I'm gonna quit the job I have now and change to a different career.
What? You're already planning on quitting now? It's been less than a year since you got that job, right?
But I'm tired of working for a company like this. The work I'm being made to do right now just doesn't work for me, you know?
But I think it's too soon to quit there already. I think you should rethink things one more time. If you leave that job this soon, then it's going to be very difficult to find your next job.
I'll be fine. I happen to already know where I plan to work on next and in what field. I won't be making as much money as I do here, but the work looks really calm, so I think that I can make things work here for a very long time.
You're going to be making even less again? I'm starting to think every time you go to another job, you lose close to $1,000 a year.
Well, this job is gonna be a lot easier for me, and I won't have to stay up past 5 as often. So I understand not making as much time around, but at least I'll be happier.
Are you sure you'll be happier at this new job?
I think so. I hate working jobs that force me to overwork like the one I'm dealing with right now. To be honest, I don't want to work that much in general. As long as I'm able to find a job where I don't have to do that much, I don't mind losing a couple grand a year in terms of income.
Well, what about our lives at home? I hope you don't start expecting me to pick up the pace because you want to relax and not work. If you were to start taking care of the house more, then I might be fine with you going to that new job. But...
Are you talking about the chores?
Well, if you're not going to be at work as often, then you'll have more time and energy at home, right? So you can take care of the chores more often. Right now, I'm having to manage both my own job and the chores. So if I'm going to be the one making more than you and working more, you can start doing the chores around this house. Then there will still be balance when it comes to our responsibilities.
What? I hate doing the chores.
If you don't start doing them after leaving your job, then I'm not going to be a happy camper. It's hard on me having to work and do all the chores right now. And when it comes to you, recently, you've been spending a lot more money, so be careful there. If you're going to be making less money, then you're going to have less in terms of savings.
Am I really spending that much?
For the past year now, you haven't spent any money on food for us or the bills for the house. And to make matters worse, every month I've been having to put some money into your accounts for you. I have to do that because you always tell me about how you never have enough money. To be honest, it's a bit strange you're not even helping me with any of the bills. If you're not going to be making as much, then you're not going to be getting as much from me anymore.
Come on now, you're the one making the most money here.
This is not about how much I'm making. You don't pay for anything in the house. You don't do any of the chores. Do you not see you're acting a little funny there by not taking care of anything when it comes to this household? If you're going to continue to not pay for groceries, or the electricity, or the gas, then you need to make up for that all elsewhere.
Alright, Rhea, I just need to handle the chores, right? I'm horrible at them, but I'll do my best to get through them all.
Thank you. This is a promise, all right? Next month, I'm going to be heading on a business trip. I think I'll be out of the house for around 2 weeks or so.
You'll be gone for 2 whole weeks? This is the first time you've ever been out of the house for that long.
I was left in charge of handling a new department that's out of state. So I'm going to have to head out and train some people for 2 weeks in order to get them all in shape.
I'm not sure what that's all about, but I can tell it's gonna be a pretty important job for you.
I'm thinking starting next month, I'm going to have a lot more work on my plate in general. That will all depend on how things go with my work now, though, of course.
Well, that also means that you'll get a raise, right? That's amazing.
All you seem to think about is money, Nico.
That's not true at all. I'm just really amazed to see that my own wife is doing so well inside the company that she's working for, and the fact that she's gonna get a raise is even better.
Well, I guess so. I've actually really wanted to work in management, so this is like a dream that's finally going to come true for me. Which means I'll be out of the house a bit more often, so make sure you take care of things here. While I'm out of town for work, make sure you don't dirty up the house too much.
I will not. Why are you getting so worried about the house and I anyway?
Well, because you barely ever clean.
Hey now, that's pretty rude. I've been doing a lot more of the chores done for you recently, haven't I?
That's true. Compared to how things were before, thank you for that. But soon, I'm going to have a lot more going on with work, so I'd like for you to do a little bit more yourself at home.
I'm still not used to the amount that I have to do now. Can you just let me take care of my responsibilities now, and then we can talk about me doing even more?
Will you, though?
By the way, Rhea, when you start bringing in even more money, we'll be able to afford a lot more things, right? Which means I'll be able to use more money, right?
Just because I'm going to be making more doesn't mean we can start using even more. I still plan on having money for when we retire, so that's what I'm wanting to put all this extra money into.
You really have it all figured out, don't you? Before we get married, you were trading stocks even.
We don't have any kids right now, so we do have quite a bit of money that we don't have to spend on them. But I want to put all that money into retiring so that I can retire early, and you and I both have a bit of cushioning in case anything bad were to happen afterwards.
Retirement, huh? I like to think that as long as I'm having fun now, the future doesn't matter. I haven't really put any thought into the future, you know?
Well, it's best you start too. Remember that as time goes on, things like your health won't always be there for you. You have to make sure you have a plan for if things go south.
But before you and I are gonna be able to retire, we're gonna have to take care of the parents. I'd really like to live with my parents at some point.
What are you talking about now? I don't really think we need to be having your parents live together with us. We can still take care of them while we live in separate housing.
But what about when they really need us around them like 24/7?
And when that time comes, we can think about what to do. There happens to be a lot of services around now that can help with the elderly.
What the heck? Do you hate the idea of living with one's parents?
Kind of. To be blunt, I'm not really into that sort of lifestyle.
Why not?
The way I'm going to explain this is a little bad, but your parents happen to really love using money, right? Just the other day, you were telling me about how they borrowed some money in order to gamble, right? I feel as though if they started to live with us, or us with them, I'd only have more things to be responsible for.
I get that those two happen to spend their money a little carelessly at times, but it's just gambling, and, they like doing that. Besides, they have no other hobbies, and you happen to make a lot of money, right? Having them in our care would not harm you at all.
What are you talking about? You're acting like I'm making millions when the amount I get every year isn't much more than most other people around us. I'm not some millionaire, all right? If those two don't find themselves different hobbies that cost less money, then I'm not going to let us live with them. Gambling is a very dangerous thing to enjoy and can lead to many bad outcomes. It can become an addiction and lead to loads of money being lost.
What the heck? You're just being really ignorant right now, you know?
How am I being ignorant? I'm just telling you the truth and how I feel about it. And this is all on top of the fact that I have to worry about your future for you as well. I do not want to worry about anything else besides ourselves in this house.
Fine, I get it. We don't have to talk about this stuff anymore.
Nico, how are things going for you? I still have a lot of work left on this trip, so are you managing okay?
There is not a single problem here.
I hope that's the case for you. Have you been taking care of all the chores and such like I asked?
I'm making it all work. Although I was a bit busy today, so I couldn't get as much done. I'm pretty worn out now, so the plan is to get to bed early tonight.
Is that right? What were you busy with today?
Moving and all that? I mean, that's all that kept me on my feet all day long.
Moving? Who was moving?
My parents.
Your parents ended up moving out of their house then?
That's right.
I didn't know they had plans to do anything like that. I'm a bit surprised. But at the same time, the house they did have was a bit too spacious for just the two of them. Where did they end up moving to?
Our house?
Our house? You're talking about...
That's right.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm saying that my mom and dad will not be living in our house with us. All their things are already in the house as well, so it's already been decided.
You're lying. Have you really decided to have those two move into the house with us already? Did I not tell you that I didn't want to live in the same house as them?
Well, it's not my fault that they both were having a hard time and asked me to take care of them. I just couldn't leave them.
But why the hell did you do all of this without talking to me about it first? What the hell were you thinking? You cannot decide things as important as that without me.
Well, I'm just letting you know about it right now, so that I didn't make this decision on my own anymore.
This is not a freaking joke, you dumbass.
Anyways, they're both finished moving into the house now, so no matter how much you complain, it is not gonna change anything. Here you go. Now my parents and I will be waiting for you to come home.
I'm sure both your mom and dad know about the amount of money I'm making right now, right? That means there's no way I'll be able to make enough money for the future I've been wanting. And now that there's 4 of us that'll have to live there, the house is going to be cramped. Are you really okay having no privacy now?
Come on, Rhea. I want you to make this place into a family home.
There are only 2 rooms in that house and a living room. That's it. And with only 1 bathroom and shower, there is never going to be a privacy there.
You don't gotta get all worried about all that, okay? They're your family. It'll be fine. Okay, let's be real about all this. As my wife, it only makes sense that one day you were gonna have to take care of my parents. So shut your mouth and deal with this.
Had they been in a position in which they needed our help or else they would have become homeless, I'd have been fine supporting them. But in your mom and dad's case, they both were playing with fire and got burned. Starting today, they're going to need to give up on gambling for good.
You're gonna take away the one thing that keeps them happy now? They've both worked so hard for all their lives to enjoy what they love, so just let them enjoy their retired lives the way they want to.
Then tell me where they'll get the money to enjoy themselves. Is that money expected to come from what I make? You and I have a future we need to save up for, and that does not involve them taking half of it from us. I do not like gambling and will not allow my money to be used for it. So if you want to take care of them and their addiction so badly, then you pay for it.
Why are you so upset about them? And you don't really care about anyone besides yourself, do ya? Are you even human?
Am I even human? Ever since you and I got married, I've had to settle for your selfish acts and raise you like you're my child. So you have no right saying something like that about me. Considering I'm the one who is supporting you right now?
If you're not gonna take care of your husband's parents as well, then you're not even a wife. I'm disappointed in you. Stingy old hag is all that you are now.
All right then, that's it. I've had enough of this. Go ahead and do as you like, Nico. But just know, I'm not coming back to that house now.
What are you saying? You're almost done with that business trip, right? You got nowhere else to go besides here.
Just you watch me. I'm not going to go back to you or those 2 addicts of yours. Who the hell would though? Nobody wants to go back to a place that makes them suffer.
Hey, did you do something? I'm not able to use the credit card anymore.
That's right. You shouldn't be able to. I made sure to stop all the credit cards you have that were under my name. Also, all of the subscriptions you're on under my name, the internet to that house, and the water, gas, electricity, they have all been ended and cut now, and you will no longer be getting any money from myself either. I'm not handing you another penny.
What? My lifeline as well? What the heck are you thinking? Are you gonna steal everything I have from me?
How am I stealing something that I've been paying for? I promise as long as you start to pay for your own things, I won't touch them. I'm done taking care of you, so do what you like with the money you have.
Are you really still upset about having to live with my mom and dad now? Just give it up already!
Why do I have to be the one to put up with all your crap? I'm done being your bank for you, and I'm sure as hell not going to be your parents' bank now too. If you really want to help your parents out that badly, then you do it with your own money. Calling me stingy and anything but human is not going to help you.
How much longer are you gonna be that stubborn about all this? This is your own house here, right? Having me pay for all the bills here would be unfair to me.
Hold up. Did you know that I've been paying for all that myself this whole time? You never said anything about things being unfair for me then, right? Are you just upset because I'm finally making you pay for some things now? And that's the reason you think things are unfair now? That's odd, isn't it? You're kind of contradicting things now.
You're the one making all the money, so it's fine.
That kind of thinking is odd as well. I don't ever remember saying that I was working this job for the sake of making sure you don't have to work. If you want to have a happy life where you don't have to work forever, then you start picking up the slack and working yourself. I'm done looking after every single one of your needs.
Alright. I should be the one paying now, right? I'll do that then. I don't need you to help me out anymore. I'll be the one to take care of my parents.
That's right. You go ahead and do that now. You're going to have to put in a lot of work now caring for both your mom and dad, so the best of luck to you. If you come crying back to me looking for help, it's not happening.
I'm not gonna cry to you about anything. My parents are still getting some social security, so with what I will do, I will make something work. If you don't want to come back to us, then fine, go ahead and leave. I wouldn't even want a horrible wife like you back in this house anyway.
You can cut all of that out now. I already told you I'm not coming back, so that's that. When I'm done with my work here, I'll find myself somewhere to stay for a while.
We'll see. Do whatever you want, huh? I can't do this anymore. Rhea, come back to me, please.
What did I say? Don't come back crying to me. And look at what you're doing. It's only been 1 month and you've already faltered. Is it all really that bad for you there?
I never expected that my parents would use this much money. And when it comes to the house, it's only getting more dirty. I just can't do this anymore.
But you're not going to ask for my help anymore, right? Last month you were talking to me like you'd be able to handle things all on your own and didn't need me.
Well, I've finally come around to realizing just how much I need you. You're not only necessary for your money, but your ability to clean and cook and do the laundry. You've been doing all that for me before, right?
You're only just finding that all out now. I'm sure there was more than enough reason for you to have understood all of that back then. What is all of this now?
But now reality has really hit me. The amount of things that you did to keep me happy, I get it. I'm sure that you were even doing some chores for me still, after asking me to take care of everything, right?
Does that mean that house is like a dump right now?
Not a dump, but I've been still trying my best to keep things tidy, so it's not that bad. But every time I'm trying to get the place clean again, my parents come home and ruin it all again. Seeing them behave like that has really started to piss me off.
Didn't you do that same thing with me, though? You really took after your parents, I guess.
I'm really sorry for all that. I'm sorry for calling you stingy before, okay? I'm asking you to please come home.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going back there. I don't want to. I've chosen to get a divorce from you, Nico.
You're lying, right?
I'm very serious right now. And after that, I'm going to have the three of you leave that house for me. I'll be selling it here soon.
What? You're gonna sell it? This is our house, right?
I'm the one that bought the house, and my name is on it. It is my house, not our house. So I can do whatever I want with the place, right?
But if we're kicked out, then what do we all do?
You better start looking for an apartment you can afford with your income then. Then if you still want your parents living with you, bring them along too. You want to care for them, right?
I don't want us to get divorced, all right?
And I don't want us to be a couple anymore, all right? I've already been talking with a lawyer about all that's gone on. If you don't agree with me on this, then we'll have to take this divorce to court. Court costs a lot of money, which I'm able to afford. But can you?
But in a divorce, we gotta split our properties, right? That would mean that half this house would belong to me, right? I might actually have been able to keep this house then.
You're talking about our shared properties as a married couple, right? That house you've been living in was bought by me before we got married. It will not be affected by the divorce in any way.
Huh? What do you mean by that? That's part of the rules when it comes to splitting our properties?
That's right. My car, as well as the stocks I own, are all things I bought before we got married.
But all that money in our shared bank accounts will just be affected, right? I'll get half of that, right?
Well, it will be part of the divorce, but you're not going to be getting a whole lot if that's what you're trying to get at here. Because you always spend a bunch of money, there isn't much money left in that account. And I'm planning on getting a settlement from you in this divorce, so the remaining money will all need to go to me.
Why are you getting a settlement from me now? That's something you'd do if your partner was like cheating on you or something like that, right? I've not been doing anything like that.
It's not just when someone cheats on the other. It's when something is caused by one of the partners that the other is affected by in a negative way. For instance, you having your parents move into my house without ever asking me first. And when it comes to you never paying for any of the bills we had at home, I even have a good enough reason to get a settlement from you after all that money of mine you wasted.
Then how much would the settlement be?
I wonder how much I could get from you. Maybe enough to where you won't get a single dime in this divorce?
There's no way you can take that much from me. No way!
You think you can have a say in all of this when all of that is my money that I've earned and have been giving you so you don't have to work and can just relax all day? This is what's going to happen, Nico. The only thing about any of this that one should be saying no way to is the life you and your parents live. You have all wasted my money and my time.
If you divorce me, then I'll be done for. I don't even have the money to get myself a lawyer, so what can I even do here? If you take me to court over this, then I'm gonna need to get myself a lawyer to defend myself, right?
I don't care about what problems you'll be faced with. You figure things out yourself when it comes to all that. I'm done letting you have the easy life.
Alright then, this is what I'll do. I'll have my parents kicked out of the house, and you won't even have to care for them at all, Rhea.
And?
So now you don't have to get a divorce now, right?
What? So now you're going to toss your parents out? After all that blabbing you did about letting them stay with us and then bringing them in without ever telling me.
I want to show you that I can listen to you. I promise you that from now on, I will no longer make any unresponsible decisions, and I won't cause any problems. So please, can you just find a way to refrain from getting this divorce?
Do you have any idea of how much an idiot you look like right now?
I do! I understand it's stupid of me to ask you to forgive me right now, but without you, I can't live on in the world.
We all knew that. You're a textbook example of a parasite after all. If you don't have yourself a host, you will die. But from now on, you're going to be the host.
What? Wait, what do you mean by that?
Your parents happen to be even stronger parasites than you, right? I think they're going to suck you dry off of everything you have until you're nothing more than just skin and bones. Once you're at that point, then you might be able to understand how I was feeling not too long ago. I don't want to have any part in all that though, and that's why I'm going to run as far away as I can from you now. After that, I had my realtor go and kick my husband and his parents out of my house. They were very reluctant at first, but after about 30 minutes of crying and laying on the floor asking to please be left alone, the realtor had the police come and resolve the situation once and for all. Then, Nico and I got a divorce, and I didn't have to give him a penny after. After being kicked out of my house and forced to find a path of their own, those three found some way to continue on. But the apartment they ended up finding was both very small and very old. And when those three, with their terrible spending habits, get to a point in which they no longer have enough money, they start to pick money off of one another, causing fights left and right. Just like we were all thinking, that family is nothing but trouble. I'm sure Nico is regretting ever leaving his last job now that he's barely making enough to even support himself. Had he just focused on his own life and stopped acting like I'd always be there to support him, then none of this would be happening to him right now. I had been hoping that by some point, he'd learn to step it up and actually work for his money. But at this point, there is no hope for any of his family. From what I've heard about Nico lately, after the divorce he gained 40 pounds and became very sick. Since he had no money to spare, he couldn't get himself any healthy foods and resorted to nothing but frozen TV dinners to help sustain himself. When it comes to myself, I've moved into a smaller townhouse where I've begun my new life. I ended up not selling my old house and now have been renting it out to people as a bed and breakfast. It's a busy life having to manage both that place and my job now, but I'm able to manage and should be retired by the time I'm in my late 50s. Of course, that's if I decide not to find myself a new man and perhaps have a child or two between us in the next couple of years. Thank you for listening and watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Blake, I'm pretty hungry right now. So would it be alright for me to order delivery?
You want to order more delivery? Recently, I feel like you've been doing that a bit too much.
I have no other options right now. My belly is huge right now, and I can't move because of it.
I'm sure that's true, but, well, there are plenty of things to heat up and eat already there. I'd like for you to start finishing off some of that food first.
I told you, I can't cook right now.
And all I'm asking is for you to put some of the frozen meals that we have in our fridge into our microwave. So just a couple of minutes and you'll be able to eat it.
I'm not in the mood to eat stuff like that right now. Right now, I just want to have some fried chicken. Besides that, I don't want anything else because my body doesn't need it right now. I'm sorry that this is what my body is asking for, but we have to take care of it, or else the baby might not turn out healthy, right?
Alright, go ahead and order some then.
Yay! Sorry about that. You did a lot of work getting all that food for me.
It's whatever. I care much more about how you're feeling than about how the food in the freezer's doing anyway.
Thank you. I'll make sure to start eating more of that stuff when I'm able to. Another thing. After you finish work and are on your way home, can you grab the packages at the front for me?
Did you order something?
There are some creams that are really good for taking care of stretch marks after pregnancy. So that should all be in the mail for me.
Huh? Didn't you order some of that before, though?
About that, I ended up receiving the wrong item in the mail. Something for the flu came, even though I ordered those creams. But don't worry, this time I made sure that what I ordered was correct and will be in the packages.
I see. Let's hope that's true. But I'm still wondering if things like that really work at taking away those marks. You might still have fewer after giving birth.
Stop that, Blake. If I end up having any stretch marks on me at all, I'm going to be upset. I want my body and mind to stay the same even after having kids, and that's what this cream is going to do for me.
Sorry, but in my eyes, even if you do have some marks afterwards, you'll still be the perfect wife that I always asked for.
Well, even if you think I'm perfect.
Well, there's nobody else that you're trying to impress besides myself, right?
This is more about how I think of myself. Once you get home today, can you make sure to take care of the laundry? And also clean the bathtub as well? I want to take a nice and long bath tonight, so make sure it's ready for me.
Sounds good. Then I'll do my best to make it home from work early today.
Thank you. Once I've eaten, I'm going to go and take a nap, alright? Good luck with work. Hey, are the presents coming from your mom only going to be money?
That's what I'm thinking. Why do you ask?
Once I'd given birth to Abby, your mom came and left her gift for me in the hospital while I was sleeping, right? Just that one time? Why didn't she wait for me to wake up and see her? Did she not want to see me?
I wonder. Well, you had just given birth and all that, so you were very tired and needed time to sleep. I'm sure she just came and let you sleep in order for you to continue having good rest.
That's not what I think, though. I mean, when your little brother was having his kid, she went to the hospital and helped out with the baby and all that for his wife, right?
That's because his wife doesn't have any parents around anymore, and she asked for my mom to come and help her out after giving birth.
Well, my parents are divorced and living in completely different houses now, right? Does she not want to come and help me now?
Had you asked her before helping Abby, then she would be helping you out for sure now.
Well, I wanted her to come and help me without having to ask. I think your mom is picking on me a little.
I don't think that's a good way to think about it. I think my mom cares about you a lot, but she can't read minds like you're asking for right now. Another thing, Anne. Didn't you say that right after you had the baby you didn't want my mom to get involved that much? Yet now you're asking for my mom to be around and to support you and whatnot?
Well, if she was going to come and drop off that money, then she would have stuck around and helped out, right? She could have even gone out and started to buy things for the baby with that money. It's obvious that your mom favors your brother and his family more than us, right? She loves their baby way more than ours. I bet it's because their baby ended up being a boy, and she knows that he'll be able to continue the family for her.
I don't think that's what she's thinking about, Anne. It's not like my mom really cares about the carrying on the family name or anything like that. We don't even have a family business or anything like that would be normally need to be looked after in the future. We're just your basic family, you know?
Well, that's not what I think. I didn't even get a lot in terms of presents or money for having our baby anyway. I was given more money by my coworkers from that company I was working for. Randy?
She was one of your best friends there, huh? But I'm sure that you should be worried about the money that you're getting right now. It's all about the fact that you're given any gifts by friends and family in the first place.
And I'm telling you right now that she probably didn't even want to give me this money. I went through all that trouble to have Abby as well, yet your mom doesn't have any thanks for me at all. Normally, she should be celebrating all this. I know she doesn't like that we had a girl.
I think you're really starting to overthink things here.
I'm starting to regret having this baby now.
Don't say things like that, please. You didn't just have Abby to get gifts and presents and money, right? How about this? The next time that I have a day off, I'll stay home and I'll take care of Abby all day so that you can go and enjoy yourself. So then you can have a chance to relax and refresh. Of course, that's all depending on if you really want to or not.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Then, this weekend I'm going to take some time to relax. I'll go to the hair salon and then go out shopping for some clothing. I'll even go out with my friends to eat.
Alright, have a good time, please. Also, if we happen to need my mom to come over and help us at all, I can let her know that. Do you want me to ask her right now if sometimes she can come over and watch Abby for us?
Yes, please ask her that. Forget that. There's a stroller that I really want, so I'll go and ask her for that instead.
Why not just use that money that she gave you to buy it?
Buying something like that with the money would make all of it go to waste. I would like to save this money I was given for a little while. I would rather ask her to buy it for me. If she agrees to that, then we'll be lucky.
I'm sure you want something like that, but you were already given money from her.
It's fine. I'm just going to ask her this once about it. Wouldn't want to create any further issues. Anyway, this coming Saturday and Sunday I'm going to make plans for myself.
Okay. I hope you understand how thankful I am to have you, and that you gave birth to our beautiful little girl. I hope that you use those days to really spread your wings, you know?
Blake, listen. Your mom, she's really mean.
What happened?
I asked her if she'd take care of Abby for me, and do you know what she told me? She told me not to bring our kid over to her house.
What? Really?
Yeah, I knew she didn't care about Abby. You can already tell that your mom would rather take care of your brother's baby over ours.
I'm sorry about what my mom said, but I'm kind of wondering why she would say something like that. I never thought of her as the kind of person who would favor one grandchild over the other like that.
And that's what I'd like to know. I understand that her and I haven't really done a whole lot together, but there's never been any problems between us, right? Everything's been normal for us. And even if she did have something against me, that shouldn't carry over to our daughter. She has nothing to do with me.
That's right. I'm really sorry about this. I'll go ask my mom about it. At first I didn't think that anything was really going on, but ever since I started to question there being a difference between the attention my mom gives my brother's family and ours, I've started to notice that something was up.
I'm tired of this. I did not have Abby in order to be treated like some unwanted child by your mom. What did Abby ever do to deserve any of this? I'm starting to think that both of your parents have something wrong with them.
I think my mom telling you not to bring Abby over to her place was not okay.
Go and talk with your mom right now about this. I do not want you to let her get away with acting like that towards us. I have become so upset by all this that I just want to sit down and cry.
Understood. Just let me handle her from now on, okay? Mom, can I talk with you right now? I've got something pretty important to ask, actually.
This is perfect timing. I have something to talk with you about as well, and I was just about to text you. It's about your wife, Anne.
That's who I wanted to talk to you about. Also, well, about her and about Abby as well. Why are you being so cold towards my wife and child?
Well, I have no other choice right now.
What the heck does that mean? What do you mean you have no other choice? You've done so much for Jack's baby, right? So why are you ignoring what my baby and my wife are asking for?
And the reason for that is something I'll share when you come over to my house. Can you please come back here and see me? I want to keep this a secret from Anne.
Even if you have a reason for all this, I'm still shocked that you've been acting this way. I never thought that you would pick to favor one of your grandkids over the others like this. You've already gone and hurt my wife now, so I'm thinking of cutting ties with you.
You calm down and come talk to me at this house right now. If you cut ties to me now, then you're going to have hell to pay later on.
I'm doing this because you're hurting my family. Why aren't you happy to support my wife and the baby?
Because I feel bad for you. I don't want to take care of that horrible woman's baby for you.
You are the worst person I have ever known. What the heck happened to you?
Blake, I understand that you want to be mad at me right now, but there is a really good reason behind why I've called her horrible, and I do not want to take care of her daughter.
Who cares about what reason you have for all this? Calling my wife a horrible woman and saying that you won't care for our baby like that? I didn't think that you would turn into such a toxic mother. I hate that I had to learn all this about you.
That is not your baby.
Huh? What are you saying?
Abby is not your baby, Blake. That's what I'm saying.
There's no way. Are you trying to tell me that Anne cheated on me?
That's right.
You have to be kidding me. Even if you don't like the person that she is, you can't say things like that about her.
Until recently, I never thought about anything wrong of your wife, okay? I do feel bad for just calling her a horrible woman in front of you, but I am not lying about what I've just told you.
Why are you talking about her like that?
Please, just come to the house for me. I'm sure that right now you won't be able to trust me, so we have to talk about this in person. I have to show you the proof I have of her cheating on you.
Blake, can you make sure to get home early today? Because of you staying over at your parents' place last night like that, I've had a tough time here. Can't you just ask your boss to let you go home early? I'm tired as hell right now and really want to take some time to sleep.
Anne, I'm sorry, but I won't be coming home for a little while.
Huh? You just going to leave me here to fend for myself then? I have no idea why you do that to me. Abby isn't just my baby, but your baby as well, right? Why are you talking like you have no responsibility for her?
I'd like to take some time to think things over for myself.
Why do you need time to think things over yourself?
I want to think about how things between you and I will go.
What are you talking about?
Abby, she's not my baby, right?
Huh? You're awful. So this is the kind of man you're going to be now? Or have you always been that way? Did you let your mom get to you? Did your mom go and brainwash you while you've been over there?
I know about everything now, that's all.
What do you mean you know about everything?
About how when you and I started going out with one another, you had another man that you were cheating on me with.
What are you talking about? Why would I cheat on you?
Because you had another man.
How are you able to say something as horrible as that to me?
Because I have the evidence. Right after you and I had decided to get married, my mom saw you out in public. She saw you with a businessman who seemed to be older than myself.
What?
And my mom said she felt as though the aura you guys were giving off was somewhat like that of a couple who were more than just friends. And what makes this all a bit more weird is that this same man ended up coming to our wedding as well. Your coworker from your previous job, right, Randy? My mom wasn't all too worried at the time, thinking that you could just had a one-time thing with him. But then came the announcement that you were pregnant, and that made my mom a little worried.
What the? She thinks that just because I was with Randy, I've been going out with him behind your back? Your mom is messed up for thinking things like that. She's saying things like that because she doesn't like me.
That's not all, though. She could tell that there was more to you based on how you acted around each other.
There is nothing going on between him and I. There never was. The only reason she saw us that one time is because we ran into one another and decided to get coffee together.
My mom had a DNA test taken. Remember there was that one time when she came over to our house, right? She went and got some DNA from Abby then.
What?
She told me that Abby had been tested as both mine and yours. Then she would have forgotten all about the time that she saw you with Randy. But because the results came back saying Abby wasn't mine, she had to let me know everything. She wanted to make sure that I was aware of what had happened.
There has to be some kind of mistake, right?
Then would you like to do the DNA test one more time?
No, wait. There's no way Abby is Randy's.
But just the other day, while I spent 2 days taking care of Abby for you, you went out with Randy, right?
No, I did not.
You can just give it up already. My mom went and found herself an investigator, and they went and collected a lot of evidence between you two together. You'd told my mom about how you'd been taking 2 days off in order to get some rest and go out, right? Well, that made my mom even more concerned, and she had to find out what you were really up to.
What a witch. There has to be something wrong with her for doing something like that. Your parents, the both of them are completely screwed in the head, right?
Both my parents were wanting to tell me about this a lot sooner, but they didn't know how to go about telling me all that. They knew I was so happy to have you and a baby. But they had to tell me at some point, and after all I've heard about you, I'm shocked. I'd like to take some time to calm down and think.
Hey, Blake, this is all wrong. When I was with Randy, we just went out for a few drinks, and things happened between us. But it was only one time.
And you think that cheating on me for one night wasn't bad? And in that one night of you two sleeping together that he couldn't have possibly gotten you pregnant, that's not all you should be telling me anyway. If that was just a one-time thing, then why were you with him on Saturday and Sunday? You both went to a hotel that time as well, right?
I couldn't say no to him. He threatened me. He told me that if I stopped seeing him, he'd tell you everything.
If that's what happened, then it's considered rape and we need to go to the police about it. He committed a very serious crime and needs to be dealt with right now.
Wait, the police? I don't want to. They're going to ask me all sorts of questions, right?
Well, if you were being raped and you want to be forgiven by me, then you wouldn't mind having the police question you, right?
Don't say something like that. You have no idea how I'm feeling about all of this, right? I do not want to bring this to the police.
Then that means that you were cheating on me, and you come clean about that. I think this is what you deserve, Anne.
Please, Blake, don't start talking about leaving me. I gave birth to Abby because I thought she was your baby.
And I thought she was mine as well.
Then let's continue to raise her as if she was our own. Are you trying to tell me that you don't think of her as your own because she's not related to you by blood? Have you not been in love with her? You were so happy for me when I was pregnant, right?
You really have the right to ask things like that. I was left believing that the kid was all mine, and that she would be a part of you and me. Yet she's another man's baby. I gave so much of my time and energy raising another man's child that I got out of work because my wife never wanted to tell me the truth. I would even have nights where I would only get 1 or 2 hours of sleep for another man's baby. I was a freaking idiot for wasting all my time and energy thinking that I actually cared about how you were doing then.
Blake, I'm sorry.
You're not going to be able to apologize your way out of this. You've known from the start that Abby has been your coworker's child, right?
I didn't know at the time.
Would you stop lying to me already? When you went to meet with him the other day, there were audio recordings of you telling him that his child is really cute, and you spoke with him about how I'm nothing more than just an ATM to you.
You're wrong. I was just talking like that because of the conversation we were having.
Nah, I tried thinking about how we could still make things work, but excuses like that just show that there's nothing between us anymore.
Hold on a second. Blake, I'm sorry. I'll apologize for all of this. I'm sorry. Don't throw Abby and I away.
You were always the one that threw me away first, so consider this just me being carried away by the wind like you left me to. I'm finding someone more fitting for me. You can go right back to Randy now.
I thought that you and I would be happy together. That's why I married you.
And you were the one that ruined any chance of happiness between us. I get that you wanted to label my family as being messed up and all that, but the only person that's truly screwed up is you. After that, I had my wife's parents come and talk with my parents as well as myself and her. We had talked about and thought about a lot of options, but in the end, the only one I was comfortable with choosing was to not go back to Anne. After that, we had also went and had a talk with Anne's previous coworker, Randy, and he admitted to both going out with her while she was married to me and that Abby was his daughter. Randy happens to also be married and have a child with his wife too. He never ended up getting a divorce from his wife though, but he did have to pay me a very large settlement, and he would have to pay child support to Anne for Abby. After all that, I divorced Anne, and then she was in so much shock that she ran home with Abby to her parents' house looking for help. Although she was allowed to stay there at first, she never bothered to care for Abby, and the both of them ended up getting kicked out from her parents' house. From there, she was picked up by the police while sitting on the side of the road with Abby, and she was taken to a mental hospital and was undergoing treatments there. This then led to Abby being taken back to her parents, where they agreed to take care of her until Anne was released from the hospital. I had thought very hard about whether I should be the one to take Abby and raise her by my own after all this, but Abby looked too much like her mother, and after seeing all the evidence of Anne with Randy, I just couldn't let that all get back to me, and I refused to take Abby back. It's been a few years now since all this went down, and right now Abby's going to her first year of elementary school. Abby doesn't seem to be all too much affected by what her mother had done to her, but I'm sure as she gets older, she'll start to wonder whatever happened to her father, and why she's living with her mother's parents all the time. I myself have no plans of ever going to meet with Abby, but I'll every once in a while think about her and how things have been going for her. This has led me to talk with Anne's parents sometimes, just to catch up with them on how things have been. This is the most recent time, though, and they sent me a picture of what Abby looks like now, and it was the first time in a while that I cried. It's been so long since the last time I saw her, and I have to say that without a doubt, she looks nothing like me. But even still, I wanted to do something to let Abby know there was someone else out there thinking about her. So I got in touch with someone who was taking down an old playground, and they had sent Anne's parents a slide from there so Abby could enjoy herself even more. I understood that I probably shouldn't really do anything like that, but Abby doesn't really have any parents of her own around, so this was something that I felt responsible for. I really hope that she knows that no matter how long she has to live without her actual parents around her, there is one man who cares about her and how she's doing. I have a lot of things I'm thinking about right now regarding my own future and family. I just hope that when it comes time to start finding someone new and start a brand new family, I don't forget about how Abby's doing. Of course, though, she's not a part of my family, nor is she even a friend of mine, so I can't blame myself for someday leaving the past behind and focusing on my own life. I still have a long life ahead of me, and if someday when I do have my own family of my own, a wife of my own, kids of my own, or I run into Abby, I want her to know that the man who took care of her for only a month or so was able to make it out of a horrible thing. And of course, I hope the same for her, as she continues to grow up and someday learn the hard reality of what her mother and father did to her and to me. She shouldn't care about any of that, and she should be able to find a life of her own, with the help of both her grandparents as they continue to show her the most support. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to write a comment about what you thought about the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next one.
Nadia, what time are you going to be back today? I'm really hungry right now.
It's going to be some time still before I can get home. I only just got to the park with Kiki just a second ago. And for lunch I made sure that you had mac and cheese, right?
Well, that small bowl wasn't enough for me.
Well, I think there's some ramen noodles in the cupboard you can make up, so there you go. Make that up and you should be good until dinner.
I'm not feeling ramen noodles right now, though. Come back here and make something for me.
And like I said, it'll be some time before I can come home because we only just got here.
You guys can come back home to play. Today's my day off work, right? I get that I ask you to take care of Kiki quite a lot, but right now, you're not home to care for me.
And wasn't it you that said no to me when I asked if you wanted to come along? I can't come home right now, Edward, so just deal with it. And once Kiki is all worn out here, we're going to stop by the supermarket to pick up some things for dinner tonight.
The supermarket? Why do you have to go there? Didn't you go shopping yesterday?
Well, I forgot a few things, and we need to get more bread, so there's also that. I also want to get some more snacks for Kiki to take to school with her. She loves them.
Jesus. Stop wasting my money on snacks for her. It's not your money to just spend on whatever you'd like, right?
But if I don't have these snacks for her, she'll get upset and never get over it for days.
Once she realizes her stomach is rumbling and she needs to eat, she'll eat whatever's in front of her. I think you're spoiling that girl a little too much right now. Also, just recently, you bought some new clothes for her as well, right?
I wanted to get her one more long-sleeve shirt before it starts to get cold out again.
She still has plenty of clothing she can wear, though. Stop wasting my money on things we don't need.
I understand that she has other clothes, but she's a growing girl and no longer fits into a lot of them. Also, I got the shirt for her during a sale, so it was only $7.
And with $7, you can buy me a pretty decent lunch from that burger joint down the road.
Well, unlike that meal, she'll be able to use this shirt more than just one time. And it's not like it was that expensive. So I really don't feel that I'm wasting any money on things.
Listen, Nadia, who is the one having to work every day for all of that money? I do not want to sit here hearing about how you go around using up all my money like that, so stop it.
I am just buying the things the family needs, all right?
And from my point of view, it looks like you're wasting all my money. Like you said, she's still growing, which means that very soon she will no longer be able to wear the shirts as well. Next time, buy her a shirt 2 or 3 times her size and have her wear that.
If I buy her clothes that big, then she'll look like she's wearing drapes and might even slip on it. You don't want our daughter to get hurt, right? And if you want me to start buying the cheapest clothing for her, it's more than likely going to go bad sooner. Then she'll only get a couple uses out of it before a hole forms.
When I was a kid, I had to wear all of the hand-me-downs from my older brothers. Did you know that?
And clothing today isn't as well made as they were back in the day. Also, I'm sure not every single thing you wore was a hand-me-down. Your mom was probably just giving you what she thought you'd wear and still bought you the things you needed.
Ugh, you're getting really annoying right now. Just come home already, Nadia. I am hungry and it's starting to make me upset.
You're already upset, though.
Just shut up and come home already. I want something to eat. You and that child are the only ones living off the money I make. So stop talking back to me and do what I say.
Aren't you starting to step out of line a little there?
You have another 10 minutes to get yourself back home. If you're not back in that time, I'm going to throw out all of Kiki's toys.
Why the heck would you do something like that? First of all, she has nothing to do with this. And second of all, weren't you just the one talking now about wasting money?
Well, if you tell her toys will be thrown away, then she'll probably want to come home and stop me. So tell her, and you both can come home in under 10 minutes. So, what will it be?
All right, fine. We're coming home right now, so don't do anything to her toys.
You should have been saying that from the start. Then I wouldn't have had to say all of that crap. Well, since you understand me now, that's all that matters. Hurry it up and get your butt home.
Edward, do you have a second to talk?
What is it?
I've come to the bank to get some money out of the account for this month, but there's barely anything in here. Did you make a mistake and put that money into a different account?
Nope. That sounds about right to me.
What? What do you mean by that?
I've started to become a little bit concerned about how you've been using that money. So I made sure you didn't have much for this month. Now you won't be able to waste my money anymore, right?
Wait a second. I can't make things work on this little of money this month.
You haven't even tried making it through the month with that much, so stop whining.
But normally I've always been pretty close to having nothing by the end of the month, right? I've had to cut it close so many times now because you never gave me that much. But now there's for sure no way I can make things work this month with this little. You understand that, right?
And the reason why you always have to cut it close every month is because you've been wasting all of my money.
I have not been wasting any of your money, Edward. Take a look at all the receipts I have from those months before. I have only ever been able to buy the things we need. And you'll realize that after looking at the receipts. And all of that while not even spending a dime on myself. I haven't even been able to buy new clothing for myself this year, so tell me how I'm wasting your money.
I feel like you're spending too much on Kiki. Even the cost of the preschool she's going to is too high. Do you not want to try saving a little bit more money each month?
I have been saving lots of money, though.
And I'm telling you, your way of saving is a joke. Do you need to be taught how to save? Go online and find a blog that'll teach you about what to do. There are a ton of them. There's some saying that a family of 3 can even live off $1,500 a month.
I'm not sure that's true. And if it is, the person that wrote that might be from another country or live outside the city. And they might also have their own place and don't have to rent it like us. They might even have people that give them money as well. Like their parents, for example. So don't use whatever blog you read that said that as your only piece of information.
Stop it! With all of these stupid excuses.
I am not making any excuses. I am telling you that in our situation, it is impossible to make things work with that small of an amount of money. I also want to know what you're planning to do with the money you cut from me this month. Are you going to put that into the savings account? Don't tell me that you're keeping that money to use on yourself.
It's all my money anyways, so how I use it has nothing to do with you.
Do not start making things worse for Kiki and I, all so that you can have more money to yourself. I've noticed that recently you've been going out drinking quite often. So before you start telling me that I'm the one wasting money, watch where you're placing your money first.
Huh? What are you talking about? You have really become such a smartass recently. I am the one that's been spending every day of their life sweating in order to make us money. Why can't I have a little more money to myself in order to be happy?
If you're going to say something like that, then the same goes for me, right? I have to spend every day doing all the cleaning and cooking while also caring for a little girl. I don't even get days off like you do.
Don't you dare compare me to a housewife like yourself that gets to spend every day in the house. Don't you even compare yourself to me again. The next time you talk back to me like that, it's a divorce.
Why would you do that? Edward, what's happened to you? Within the past year, you've gotten a lot more troubled with money.
I'm getting tired of seeing you wasting all that money. That's all.
And I've been doing my best to use the money on things we only need, and the rest I've been saving.
I told you not to talk back to me like that! Are you trying to get yourself divorced?
Edward, calm down and think all of this through.
I am calm right now! Now for the time being, you make it work with that money I've given you. When things become too difficult for you, then I'll think about giving you more.
Edward, what are you trying to do? You just took my wallet away from me, didn't you?
Well, if you keep your wallet, then you'd go to the hospital, right?
Of course I would. Kiki has a bad fever right now and needs to see a doctor about it.
Give her some medicine and put her to sleep.
She has a fever of 104 degrees right now.
And I'm sure if you take her to the hospital, all they'll do is give her the exact same medicine, right? There is no reason to take her there. Stop trying to waste my money.
This is not me wasting your money anymore. Right now, Kiki is not doing okay and is feeling terrible.
Then tell me, how much is it going to cost to take her to the hospital?
It's not going to cost you anything.
Huh? So you're telling me they'll just help her for free?
That's right. We happen to have a good enough insurance for her, allowing children her age to be checked on for free. So give me my wallet back so I can get the insurance card and everything.
Not happening. I just made it into work.
But there is nothing at the house right now, and I can't come and get my wallet from you because you also took the keys to the second car. You need to come home, please.
I don't care! There is medicine at home for her, so just have her take that and put her to bed. By the way, someone still has to pay those doctors and nurses to take care of Kiki. I'm not going to let you waste the money of this country's taxpayers on her.
Are you kidding me, Edward?
You are being so annoying about a simple fever. If you're really that worried about it, then you should shut up and take care of her.
You don't seem to be worried about Kiki at all.
Because you're making too big of a deal out of it. She has only had a fever for a little bit, and you're already throwing a fit about how she might die or something over it. Just shut up. How many years have you been a mother now, Nadia?
I have been a mother long enough to know that I should be worried about her. Whatever. I'm not going to ask for anything else from you.
Oh, are you sure it's okay to say something like that to me? Have you forgotten about how just the other day I filled out that divorce paper? When I get home today, I might pick those papers up and take them to the courthouse.
Go ahead. Actually, don't worry about it. I'll take them to the courthouse right now.
I told you, didn't I? That I will really divorce you.
And that's why I'm agreeing with you on that now. And once I've handed these papers in, you'd better not regret it.
I'd never. But let's be real. I already know that a housewife like yourself would never be able to divorce me. You can't just take care of that girl all by yourself, right? I want you to start practicing the ways you'll apologize to me when I get home, okay? I know you're going to be the one apologizing to me today for all of this. So start getting ready for me now.
Edward, when you get home, please text me.
I just got home, actually. Hey, where are you and the brat?
You sure came home pretty quick today. Normally you'd be going out for drinks now.
So where the hell are you guys? Why aren't you home? Don't tell me you actually took Kiki to the hospital. I told you to just shut the brat up and put her to sleep.
She's not yours to worry about anymore. Not that you worried about her in the first place.
Huh?
I handed in those divorce papers today. And I now have full custody of Kiki.
You handed in those papers? Are you trying to piss me off?
Not at all. You were the one that said you were fine with a divorce, right?
And that should make you shut the hell up and listen to me!
But this morning I said I'd be handing in those papers, right? And you said it yourself that when you got home from work, you'd hand them in as well, right?
I won't allow this. Go and tell those idiots at the courthouse to shred the papers!
Not going to happen. They already processed them. I wasn't able to get all my things out of your house today, so tomorrow I'll be coming with my parents to get the rest. I'll hand you the key to your house as well then, as long as you give me my wallet back.
Nadia, hold on. Calm down for a sec.
I am calm. I have been calm this whole time while putting up with your selfish behavior. But I did have a moment today where I couldn't stay calm because my little girl was in pain and you wouldn't dare do anything to help her. That's when I realized things were really over between you and I. Having to continue living with a man like you would never lead to a happy life for Kiki.
Hey, look, I was just concerned with how much it would cost to have her go to the hospital.
Well, even if you are concerned about that, you do not steal my wallet from me. And had you felt that you'd made a mistake by doing that, you should have brought it right back to me, right?
But I couldn't just leave work.
But you were the one that stole it from me, right? Luckily, I was able to find a way to get Kiki to the hospital today. And the doctor told me that she had a really bad case of the flu and was dehydrated. He said that had I put her to sleep like you asked me to, she would have started to experience organ failure and things would have gone from bad to worse. Since you seem to think something like that is totally acceptable, I decided it is time for me to divorce you. She and I will not be happy being around you anymore after today.
I was only doing all that in order to get you to start saving a bit more money for me is all.
And I told you to take a goddamn look at the bills from the past few months to see how much I've been saving you. There was nothing else I could do to get you to believe me, so that's why things came to this. But you know what really pisses me off? The fact that you tell me to save more and more money while you've been going out pretty much every night to go drinking. I don't get it, Edward.
Men have things they need to do besides being around the house.
But they also have things they need to do at home. Are you trying to upset your daughter by never being around her? Because that's what it seems like when you're never home. The only reason I was getting her all those snacks for her lunches is because I told her they were from you. But when she started to see you getting upset about the snacks, she became confused. And the next time I tried buying them for her, she told me I'd upset you. I am not going to let my daughter be confused and upset by all of this anymore. She does not deserve to have to see her parents fight like this at such a young age.
Okay, I'll let you have your full amount of money back each month. That'll get you to shut up, right?
We are already getting divorced, Edward. You're aware of that, right? It's too late to offer things like that to me now.
I never actually wanted you and I to get a divorce.
You were threatening me, right?
Of course I was. You knew that, right? You're just a housewife after all. Did you actually think I meant for you to get that divorce? How are you going to take care of Kiki now?
When it's for the sake of keeping her happy and healthy, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll be living the life I need to with her while thinking about just how much you'll be regretting what you've done. I think this is going to be the turning point of my life where I can finally go back to being myself again and never have to put up with your crap anymore.
There is no way you can raise her all alone. Not as a woman. You just forced yourself down a path that'll make both you and Kiki live in poverty.
That's not going to happen to us. Both my mom and dad have already told me they will do everything they can to help keep us above water.
So now you have to rely on your parents again?
They said they'll do whatever I need for the sake of their granddaughter. I won't be asking them to take care of her for me or anything like that. I'm going to do everything a mother should do for their child.
I'm telling you right now that keeping me will lead to you and her having a much better future.
It will? How do you suppose that? The reason why I chose divorce is because there is no hope of a good future with you. All you seem to care about is saving money all the time, and you never dared let your wife and daughter have a little bit of fun during that. What you did to us showed me clearly how you feel about the both of us. Goodbye forever, Edward.
Wait, I'm not done talking!
There is nothing else we need to be talking about, though. Are you wanting to talk about the money I'll be getting from you and how you're going to pay child support? Well, if that's the case, then you can talk to my lawyer about all of that really soon.
No! How the hell are you accepting this divorce so easily? I have been working for so long for both our sakes, right?
Was that really for us? I'm sure it's better that we're both out of your life, right? Now you'll finally be able to use all your money on yourself.
Come on! The only reason I became so stingy about my money is because I have a dream. I've been wanting to make us a new house.
You don't have to lie to me, okay? I had a look at the bank accounts already. All of them. And from what I saw, you've barely been saving any of your money. But what I did see was that you rack up quite some large tabs when you go out drinking. I've also learned that you and that woman you really like love to spend money as well.
That's not my money. You have it all wrong.
Please don't give me any more excuses. You'll only make me feel even more sick to my stomach.
Nadia, I'm sorry. I just assumed you'd be able to save more money. I apologize for pushing you too hard about it.
You should not be apologizing to me for only that. What about all those threats you made to me? And what about stealing my wallet from me and almost forcing my daughter to not make it to the hospital? Honestly, I'm not even forgiving you for any of that, so forget the apologies.
I apologize for all that, though. That woman I've been going out to drink with is nobody. I've just been going with her to some bars to relieve some of my stress from work.
The fact that you are using that as your reason for abandoning your daughter and I is only pissing me off even more now. You have been threatening your housewife all because you want to be out with another woman? You couldn't even worry about your own daughter because you were thinking too much about that woman. Stop trying to get me to feel anything for you now. It's over, Edward. The only path forward now is you and I getting this divorce.
I really messed up, okay?
You had such a good time acting like you could threaten me with divorce, yet now that you're faced with it, you're going to start freaking out? Right now, I'm feeling the complete opposite of you. I'm feeling refreshed. Like I've just gotten a breath of some really clean air for once. And the reason for that is because I will never, ever regret leaving you. From there, Edward continued to send me texts telling me how sorry he was for everything, but I was so tired of seeing him that I just muted his notifications and told the lawyer to deal with him now. I went and told his parents about why we got this divorce, and they ended up just as upset as myself with Edward, and told me that they would help support their granddaughter just like my parents. After realizing that he had just lost all of his family, Edward was in shock. And his days of constantly going out drinking with that one chick were finally over. Another thing that's happened is that I've gone and told Edward that he can't see Kiki anymore, but every month he will send her a present in the mail. But seeing these gifts from him coming in only makes my parents and I even more upset about him. Had he just done something like that while we were all still a family, then there would never have been a reason for a divorce, and everyone could have been happy. But since he chose to hurt myself and my daughter, the only future I want for him now is one full of regrets. When it comes to myself and my daughter, by the way, we moved back to my parents' house for good after the divorce and have been living the life there. Nobody here yells at me about how I need to save even more money and can't care for my daughter, which is a major plus. When he had yelled at me all the time like that, he really scared Kiki, so it's a great thing I got that divorce with him now instead of never. I had thought as a housewife I just had to put up with his horrible behavior, since he was the one making the money, but my thoughts on that changed the day he showed me he didn't even care about Kiki. From now on, in order to make sure that my daughter gets to live a normal life without the stress of an abusive father, I'm going to be working extra hard and supporting her with my income. I'm sure that for a little while I'll have to trouble people with helping me support my daughter, but once I've got a proper foothold again, I'll make sure that I'm the one in charge of making my daughter's life great again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.